Hello children, in today's video we are going to discuss about the various functional group and how they are given the name in common system and in the IUPAC system. So some of the very important functional groups starting with the haloalkane. Haloalkanes that are represented by R bond X where R is the alkyl group. R is known as alkyl group and we all know that alkyl group is obtained when one hydrogen is made less from the alkane formula. The functional group is X. X is that is halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine that becomes fluoride, chloride, bromide or iodide. In the common terms, the haloalkanes are named as alkyl halides. So starting with the simple alkyl halides, they are common in the IUPAC name. When we write CH3CH2Br, in common it is known as ethyl bromide because the two carbons, they are ethyl. And in the IUPAC system, they are known as bromoethane. Similarly, when we talk about the second example, all the three carbons are arranged in a linear continuous manner. It is known as N-propyl iodide, but in the IUPAC system, it will be known as iodopentane, the functional group. Then comes the third one, that is CH3CH3, remembering that we are having the second carbon with the methyl group and it will be known as the iso part. So it is known as iso, the three carbon, alkyl is propyl and then iodide. But in the IUPAC system, we know that the longest chain as well as the nearest number to the functional group is followed. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, that is 2-iodo, 2-iodo, then propane. So this is the way how to give the name to the haloalkanes. Let us come to the other functional group, that is alcohols. When one of the H of the alkane is substituted by OH in case of simple alcohols. So alcohols are represented by ROH. R is the alkyl group. The functional group is OH and the IUPAC name given to it is alkanols. Suffix used is ol. Common name is alkyl alcohols, but for the IUPAC name, in case of monohydric alcohol, that is only one OH is present, then E is removed and ol is added. So the name becomes alkanols. So let us start with C2H5OH. It is known as ethyl alcohol in the common, but alkanols, 2-carbon alkane is ethane. So we will call it as ethane, removing the E, adding ol. In case of the vicinal alcohols, vicinal that is the continuous carbons are having the functional group present on it. This is the case of the dihydric alcohol. So in case of dihydric alcohol, the common name to it is ethylene glycol. It is commonly known as ethylene glycol. And in the in the IUPAC, it is known as, it is ethylene glycol, and in the IUPAC, it is known as ethane 1,2-diol. Now, we will be giving the rules also after some time, but the main thing to remember here is, in case of dihydric or polyhydric alcohol, the last E is not removed. E will be retained. The E that we used to remove in case of monohydric alcohol is not removed in case of dihydric or polyhydric alcohol. The name will be pronounced in a similar form, but the E will retain here, ethane 1,2-diol. Now coming to the third example, there are 3 carbons and all are having OH on it. So the common name given to it is glycerol, or sometimes we also call it by glycerine. And the IUPAC name is propane. Now remember that E has been retained. 1, 2, 3, and then we will write it as triol because the ol is present 3 times. Now the other is ether. Ethers are represented by ROR dash. These R and R dash can be same or can be different. The functional group present is O. That is in the center, the functional group is O. Now the prefix used is, in this case, the functional group act as a prefix. It is known as alkoxy, and a general name given is, in the IUPAC system, it is known as alkoxy alkane. So when we are talking about CH3OCH3, the common name of CH3OCH3 is dimethyl ether, but in the IUPAC system, it is known as, one is known as alkoxy and the other is known as alkene. Always remember, the smaller alkyl is called alkoxy. So in this case, both the alkyl parts are same. So we will call it as methoxy methane. But what will be given the name to the other example? Their CH3OC2H5. So the smaller one will be called as alkoxy. Methoxy ethane. Methoxy ethane. Now the common name for this one, that is methoxy ethane, is ethyl methyl ether. Ethyl methyl ether. Now one very important example, a benzene ring having OCH3, a phenyl with OCH3. So in this case, the common name is anisole, a very important name. And in the IUPAC system, it is also known as methoxy benzene, a very important term for class 12th organic also. Now the other is monocarboxylic acid. That is the acid which are having one of the COH group. So the suffix used in case of carboxylic acids is oic acid. Let us give some common name to it. HCOOH. In the common, it is known as formic acid. Formic acid. CH3COH in the common, which is known as acetic acid. But in the IUPAC, we used to call it by the name of alkane, removing E and adding oic acid. So the IUPAC system becomes, in the IUPAC system, we used to call it as alkanoic acid. So for the one carbon species, the alkanoic acid becomes methanoic acid. And for CH3COH, we will be using ethanoic acids. Now the other case is aldehydes. Aldehydes and ketones are known as carbonyl groups. In case of aldehyde, it is actually represented as C double bond O, and on the one side it is having H, on the other side is having the alkyl, but this alkyl can even be H. This alkyl can be H, but it is necessary that one of the side must be occupied by H. So the functional group is CHO, suffix used is al. How the IUPAC name is given to it? It is given as alkane, remove E, add al. So the name becomes alkanal. So the smallest aldehyde is HCHO, which in the common name is known as formaldehyde. And in the IUPAC, it is known as methanal. CH3CHO. In the common, it is known as acetaldehyde. And in the IUPAC system, it is known as ethanal. Similarly, we can prepare the homologous series also for them. Now comes the turn of the other functional group, that is ketone. In case of ketone, RCOR dash and the functional group is C double bond O. On the two sides, there is presence of two alkyl groups and none of them can be H. So the suffix used in case of ketone is -one, and the name given is remove E of the alkane and add -one. So the name becomes alkanone. Now coming to the simplest alkanone, CH3COCH3, which in the common term is known as acetone or dimethyl ketone, because on the two methyls are present on the ketonic structure, dimethyl ketone. But in the IUPAC, since there are total 3 carbons, it is known as propanone. 3 carbons propane and adding -one to it. So in the IUPAC, it is known as propanone. But a number of times it is given by the common name, that is acetone. Now for the 4 carbon ketone, the functional group is given the lowest number and it will be known as the second part where the ketone is present. In general, in common name, it is known as ethyl methyl ketone. But in the IUPAC, the total number of carbons are counted. So it will be known as butane 2-one. The last E of the alkane is removed, and along with the position, the functional group is represented. Now the next functional group is acid chloride. These are all the derivatives of acid now. Acid chloride, acyl chloride, or also known as alkanoyl chloride. In this case, the functional group is COCl, and the suffix used is oil chloride. These are all the secondary suffix which are added after the name of the bond. So they are in the IUPAC they are known as alkene, remove E, add oil chloride. So let us come to the first one, that is HCOCl. Although HCOCl is highly unstable in nature, in the common it is known as formyl chloride, and in the IUPAC system it is known as methanoyl chloride. Methanoyl, methane, remove E, add oil. For CH3COCl, it is known as acetyl chloride, and in the IUPAC it is known as ethanoyl chloride. So we will be seeing wherever possible both the common and the IUPAC names. Now come the turn of acid anhydride. Actually, anhydride word is used when we are removing the water. So what happens in case of anhydride? We have taken actually two acids, and in the presence of a particular reagent, the water has been removed, and the product formed is RCO with a common O. These are acid anhydrides, also represented as RCO whole twice O. The functional group is CO, common O, then C double bond O, and there is the presence of the alkyl groups here, which can be same or which can be different. The suffix used is anhydride. So let us give the example for a very simple anhydride which is obtained from acetic acid. So in the common name, this is known as acetic anhydride, also written as CH3CO whole twice O. But in the IUPAC, in the IUPAC system, it is known as ethanoic anhydride. Ethanoic acid, and then from the ethanoic acid it is obtained. So we have used the term ethanoic anhydride. Now here comes the other functional group, that is the acid amide. Acid and then the amide. It is represented as RC double bond O, and then it is written as NH2. The functional group is CONH2. Now the suffix used here is it is the secondary suffix, and the name given is amide. The method of IUPAC naming is count the total number of carbon, remove E, and then amide. So coming to the first one, HCONH2. It is obtained from formic acid, also known in the common as formamide. Formamide, the common name for it. And in the IUPAC system, following the rule as given, methane, removing E, methane amide. Now coming to the 2 carbon, that is CH3CONH2, it will be known as, from the acetic acid it is derived, acetamide. And in the IUPAC there are total 2 carbons, so it is known as ethane amide. Now the other functional group is esters. We have heard about it in class 10 that they are pleasant fruity smelling substances obtained when the water is removed between an acid and a alcohol. So let us come to the other one, that is the esters. Now it is the time for esters. We have heard about esters in case of class 10th when we have studied the condensation reaction in between the acid and the alcohol. These are pleasant fruity smelling and are represented by RC double bond O, OR dash, where the first R can be H. Now coming to, the R dash cannot be H. R dash cannot be equal to H. Now the functional group is COO R dash. The prefix used is alkyl, Then suffix used is OAT. So let us start giving the name to it. The first one, in the common terms, in the common name, the first example, HCOOCH3. So we will call it as alkyl, that is methyl. And the one carbon acid that we have used is methyl formate. In the common, it is known as formic acid, so we will call it as formate. In the other case, it is again methyl, and the 2 carbon common acid is acetic acid, so we will call it as acetate. In the IUPAC, the first one will be known as methyl, and the formic acid is known as methanoic acid, so we will call it as methanoate. And in the other example, we will call it as methyl 2 carbon acid, then we will call it as OAT, methyl ethanoate. Now the next functional group is amines. Amines are the NH2 parts, NH2 which is placed on the alkyl, and the functional group is NH2. The suffix used is amine. In the common term, it is always known as alkyl amine, or when it is used as prefix also as aminoalkane. And in the IUPAC system, these are the R is the alkyl part. This is the alkyl part. So in the common name, it is called alkylamine, but in the IUPAC, alkane minus E and then adding amine. So it is known as alkanamine. So let us come to the first example, that is CH3NH2. CH3NH2, 1 carbon, common name methyl amine. And in the IUPAC system, it will be known as methane, E removed, methane amine. The secondary amines are those in which on the N is having, the amino N is having 2 alkyl groups. So the prefix used in this case is N-alkyl, although the suffix will remain the same as amine. The N-alkyl is used as a prefix, so the IUPAC will include N-alkyl, then the parent carbon, and then amine. N-alkyl alkanamine. In this case, the naming is done in such a manner that both the alkyls are to be included. So for CH3NHCH3, CH3NHCH3, we can call it in the common way as dimethylamine. But in the IUPAC system, we have to use N. So we will call it as N-alkyl. N-alkyl, that is N-methyl. For 1 carbon, parent is N-methyl methanamine. Now for CH3, CH3, NH and C2H5. So one of them is ethyl and the other is methyl. We will call it as ethyl methyl amine. And in the IUPAC system, we will call it as N-methyl. The smaller one is known as the N-methyl part, and the parent is ethanamine. N-methyl ethanamine. Now comes the 3-degree amine. The 3-degree amine is having the 3 similar or different alkyl groups around the nitrogen atom. So the prefix used is again N-alkyl, N-alkyl if both are different in nature, or if 2 alkyls are same other than the parent, then it will be known as NN dialkyl. So let us give the example to a very simple one. It can be written as N. On all the 3 sides, it is having CH3. So let us consider one of them is the parent and the other as the branch. So in this case, in the common term, we can call it as 3 times trimethyl amine. But in the IUPAC, we will call it as NN because they are the same, both the prefixes are same. NN dimethyl methane amine. So this is about the primary, secondary and tertiary amines. Now comes the turn of nitroalkenes, that is the NO2 on the alkyl part. They are represented by RNO2. The functional group is NO2 and the prefix used is nitro. So in the IUPAC system, we will be calling them as nitroalkane. For example, CH3NO2, a very simple one, it will be known as nitromethane. Later on, we will be doing for benzene also. If a benzene ring, one of the H is removed and NO2 is placed, it will be known as nitrobenzene. Now, one of the other thing, the other is alkyl nitrite, in which NO2 is written in the other way as ONO. These are now known as the alkyl nitrites. And the functional group is not NO2, it is ONO. The linkage has been different. In this time, the linkage part is from O. The suffix is nitrite. So for CH3ONO, we will call it as methyl nitrite. Methyl for the one carbon and nitrite for ONO. Now the other functional group that we have to do is cyanides. Cyanides, that is the CN. In the IUPAC, in the common, they are called as the alkyl cyanide, but in the IUPAC system, they are known as alkane nitrile. The number of the carbon has to be counted very carefully. And the suffix is nitrile in the IUPAC system. So first coming for the CH3CN, in the common it will be known as methyl, and for the CN we will be using as cyanide. C2H5CN, 2 carbon in the alkyl, ethyl cyanide. For the IUPAC naming, we know that we have to give the nitrile and the total number of the carbons has to be counted. So in the first example, the name becomes ethane, maintain E, nitrile. Then in the second case, there are total 3 carbon. So we will be calling it as propane nitrile. So this is about the cyanide when we are using CN and the linkage is from C. Isocyanides are the groups in which the linkage is done from N. And the suffix used is isocyanide or isonitrile. For example, in case of CH3NC, we will call it by the name as methyl isocyanide. They are also known as carbyl amines also. So it is about the isocyanide part. Now this is all about the functional groups that we are, how the naming is done in common and the IUPAC name. Now let us do the nomenclature by rules. Now we have to study the rules, how to give the name to the functional group and how the branching and the other things are going to get the preference. So let us come to the various rules. The first rule, select the longest possible chain of the carbon atom containing the functional group and the maximum number of the multiple bonds. If it is having the multiple bond, if it is having the functional group, then we will try to select the chain in which the functional group, the multiple bonds, both can be involved, irrespective whether it is long or not. So let us see the first example. In this case, the chain appears to be of longest for the 5 carbon, but we will try to include the functional group also. So we will number the chain not containing even the longest chain system. So our chain will be like this. That is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now the second case, lowest locant rule for the functional group. In the second case, we have to give the lowest number to the functional group. So the functional group 1, 2, the 3, ketone is the functional group, 4, 5, and 6. So the functional group is given number 3 if we are moving from right to left. So otherwise it would be getting the number 4. Now numbering the chain terminating the functional group. We have to did the numbering from that point or that end from where the functional group gets the lowest number. So let us see this example. We will try to give the lowest number to the functional group. So this becomes the branch and the total longest chain is of 4 carbon. Now, if the same functional group is present 2 or more than 2 times, remember this is very important. If the same functional group is present 2 or more than 2 times, then we will use di, tri, tetra as we were using before. But the E from the primary suffix is retained. We are not going to remove the E. As before, we used to do alkane minus E plus all. But now we will not remove the E. For example, in the first case, there are two carbons, both are having the OH on it. So we will call it as ethane, two carbons, ethane, 1,2-diol. In this case, there are total 3 carbons. Functional group is repeated twice. So we will call it as propane, 1,2,3-triol, 1,2,3-diol. Since it is present only twice, so we will call it as propane 1,2,3-diol. Now let us see some more example. If COOH is present twice, so the total there are 2 carbons, the functional group is oic acid. We will call it as ethane 1,2-dioic acid. Now this example, it is having the functional group as well as the double bond. We have to give importance to both of these. So the numbering is done like this. So the double bond, the functional group, both are getting the lowest possible number. So this case, bute. First of all, we will give the number of the carbon. Then type of the bond is ene, 2-ene. Don't remove the E of the ene. Then 1,3, it is 1 and 4, sorry. It is 1,4-dioic acid. On the first and the fourth position, it is the oic acid. Bute 2-ene 1,4-dioic acid. Oic acid. Now let us come to the other example. In this case, again, there are the total 4 carbon. The unsaturated linkage is also present. So this time also, bute 2-ene. Again, E is not removed. 1,4-diol. Now coming to the next one. This is the functional group ketone, present twice. Total carbon chain is of 4. So we will write it as pentane 2,4-dione. Pentane 2,4, on the second and fourth, it is dione. So this is about how to give the number to the functional group. So let us start with the case when there are more than one type of functional group present in a same chain. So in this case, in the case of polyfunctional compound, one of the functional group is chosen as the primary functional group. One is given the primary number, that is the principal. And the other is considered as the substituent. It will be the substituent one be called as a prefix. So remember this, the name will be given according to the principal and the other functional group is considered as the prefix. The choice of the functional group is made on the basis of order of preference. So we will be using a priority order here. The first is COOH, the main functional group, then SO3 as the sulfonic, then COOR, COCl. Here remember that R is for alkyl group, then COCl, CONH2, that is the amide part, then CN cyanide, at CHO is ul, CO is ketone, OH is alcoholic, that will be called accordingly, NH2 amine, then the alkene and the alkyne. So this is the order in which we have to give the various functional group, that which will become the principal and which will become the substituent. And along with this, always remember alkyl, phenyl, halogens, nitro, alkoxy, these are always used as a prefix substituents. Now the next thing, the ending Ne, this is very important. The ending Ne, that is of the alkane Ne, is dropped, is to be removed in the case of compound having more than one or more triple bond. Remember, if there is one double or more than one double or a triple bond, then in this case, we are going to drop Ne both. Both the Ne have to be dropped and we will be using the word alka, ALKA. For example, in this one, CH2 double bond CH, single bond CH, double bond CH2. For example, we have taken this case. Total 4 carbons are there and the double bond is present at first and third position. So we will call it, we are not going to call it as but-1,3-diene. We will call it as buta-1,3-diene. Remember this, in case of more than one double or a triple bond, Ne has to be dropped. Now, in the case of polyfunctional group, one more note point here is, if the principal chain contain various functional group, polyfunctional group, and we have numbered it also. So the principal functional group must get the lowest number. Then we will give preference to double bond, then triple bond, and then the substituents. So it must be remembered that if there are more functional group, then principal functional group should get the lowest number following this series. So we will do some practice questions now. Now the first case, some of the practice question regarding the presence of more than one functional group. So let us start with, in the first case, there are presence of two types of functional groups, COOH and CO. We know that COOH is the main functional group, which is the oic acid. So numbering it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we will use the prefix and suffix accordingly. We will name it as total 6 carbon. The fifth is CO. We will be following the table that which one will be called as main and the other. Now in this case, remember students, that COH will be given the name as oic acid, while CO is a ketonic part. But since it is not the main functional group, it will be called as oxo. So we will name it as, the name given to it as, first of all, the parent carbon also, 5-oxo, the prefix is oxo, 5-oxo, 6 carbon is hexanoic acid. Now coming to the second example, the double and triple both are present here. Double bond is given the preference. Now for the 6 carbon, we will call it as the name hexa. A has to be written and needs to be removed. Hexa 1,3-diene, En, and then we will write 5-ine. Hexa 1,3-diene 5-ine. For the third number, in this case, the two functional groups are CHO and OH. We know that CHO has to be given preference over the OH functional group. So we will number it as 5, 6, and 7. On the 6th place, it is present the hydroxy. So we will give it a name as, OH is known as hydroxy when it is not all. 6-hydroxy. For 7 carbons, we will call it as heptanal, aldehyde. Then we will call it as heptanal. Now this one, cyclohexene ring with the OH. We know that OH is given the preference over the double bond. 3, 4, 5, and 6, the lowest number to the double bond also. Now the for the cyclic structure, we are going to use cyclo also. So the name becomes cyclo, 6 carbon hex, then double bond on second position, 2-ene, 1-all. The next example, a cyclohexane ring with the NO2. NO2 is the prefix part known as nitro. So it will be known as, double bond gets the preference over the nitro group. So it will be known as 3-nitro cyclohexene. 3-nitro cyclohexene. So now we know that if there are two functional groups to whom we have to give the priority and to which we have to keep at the prefix. But now I'm sharing a table with you in which you will be came to know that if your functional group is acting as a secondary one, that is prefix, so by which prefix name it should be called. So if it is X, it is halo. If it is OH, don't call it all, call it hydroxy. If it is OR, then alkoxy, NH2 amino, and for CHO, formyl. For ketonic group, we will be using the prefix oxo or keto, as we have just done in the practice questions. So dear students, revise this table for the purpose of polyfunctional groups are present in the same carbon chain. This is going to be very helpful for you while the nomenclature is going on. So till then, we have done so much of work in this video: nomenclature of functional groups, then their IUPAC system, and the case of the polyfunctional group. Revise these things, do the practice question we have done in this video. Then we will be meeting in the other video in the isomerism topic. Till then, goodbye, stay safe.